What's up, guys? Angry Jackalope here with my memory book. I realized that I didn't want to overlap some shit and talk about some stuff that I had already talked about, so I'm keeping kind of a quasi journal here of different shit. So let's see. Let me take just a moment to collect my thoughts because they're written down here. And let's see here. All right, I'm going to introduce you guys to my brother. His name is Tony. Tone. He is probably one of the baddest motherfuckers that I know. Motherfucker can get down and fight. He is a naturally gifted fighter. Amazing skills. Okay? And I'm going to share with you a story why I know for a fact he's got amazing skills. Growing up, he and I did martial arts, and we learned how to do certain things with the martial arts, but then he learned a lot more of the street fighting, and he gave me some outstanding advice in regards to fighting. My brother hits like a Mack truck. So I'm going to share with you a story where I talk about just how insanely fast my brother is. Now, I've been in a lot of fights, and I have probably, if I was going to be a conservative estimate, I'd say I probably lost about half my fights, right? But I've been in at least, just ballparking here, I've been in at least 20, about 20 fights. And the ones that I won were spectacular. The ones that I lost, some were spectacularly painful, and some were, whatever. I just didn't want to fucking fight, so I just, whatever. Now, my brother, that doesn't count family fights. Me and my brother have been fighting each other as youngins. We had sibling rivalry that was epically legendary. Legendary. I can honestly say there was probably a whole lot of hatred and jealousy from both of our points growing up. My brother had my stepdad's favor, I had my mom's favor, and I'm sure both of us were jealous in regards to that. I know I was real jealous of my brother's relationship with my father, my stepdad. And, that was my stepdad's natural son. So regardless of how much my stepdad loved me, your own flesh and blood, there's always going to be a little bit more there. But anyway, we would do all kinds of crazy shit to each other. Throw ninja stars at each other, shoot BB guns at each other, rig up things to hurt each other, just all kinds of stuff. Anyway, we got to high school, and I was dating this girl, and my brother straight told me, fuck her, she's no good. Right? And I was like, fuck you. What do you know, right? Well, anyway, we were in the mall, and I was, he had told me, hey, let's meet over at Macy's or something, and let's go home. And I said, all right, I'm just going to go talk to this girl for a second over in the food court. I'll be there in just a couple minutes. Well, I went to food court, and I was fucking around, trying to spit game, trying to woo-woo, this, that, and everything else. And my brother showed up, and he was pissed because I told him I'd be only a couple minutes, and this was probably a half hour. He was waiting on me. So I had an orange Julius in my hand. My brother is zipping my face. Motherfucker, what the fuck? Fuck this bitch, dude. Fucking, you got me waiting and woo-woo-woo. And I'm like, cool down. He's like, fuck you, cool down, man. Woo-woo. So I fucking flung this orange Julius. Hit him. Splat. He didn't blow his cool. He didn't fucking go nuts in the food court or anything, He just said, me and you outside, motherfucker. And I said, fine. I'm the older brother. He's the younger brother, right? So I'm thinking, fuck, what am I worried about, right? So we go out in the parking lot, and he's squaring off. He's getting ready to do some shit, right? And I'm all, Man, I only did that. I didn't even see him fucking move. He fucking caught me so clean, so fucking hard. I really should have been knocked out. And in all honesty, I was fucking. My bell was rung, okay? And so luckily I was planted good. I had my foot down and I was like this, and I'm like, motherfucker. And he backed up for a second because I just know he thought he had me with the one hitter quitter. But I didn't go down. So he was like, oh shit, right? They got a cop rolls up. Cop rolls up and says, what the fuck's going on here? I said, it's a family matter we're dealing with. He's like, get the fuck out of here. So he rolls off. My brother goes, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to kick your ass tomorrow in school for everybody to see. And I'm like, oh, fucking great. And I was sitting there analyzing that hit. And in my gut, I knew he had too much for me. I had already assessed it. This motherfucker was going to outfight me. And he was going to beat me senseless in front of the girl I liked, my girlfriend, and the whole school. And I was like, oh, fuck me, right? So I go home. He had busted my lip really good. I mean, it was obvious. So we go home. My mom's like, what happened? So I go, oh, I got in a fight. Tone helped me out. He's looking at me like, what the fuck? So my mom's like, oh, okay. And my brother looks at me and is like, fuck you, man. Don't think that makes anything different. I'm still kicking your ass tomorrow. And I'm like, whatever. Fuck you. So the next day we go to school. And I'm fully expecting my brother to come up and start some shit. And he didn't, you know. I guess he slept on it. I never really talked with him about it. I guess he said, fuck it, ain't worth it. And, you know, I guess he figured that fucking false he did on me, that solid hit, made up for the Orange Julius. But, you know, my brother would surprise me like that. He would do some things and I would think, oh shit, you know, he's going to fucking do something and woo. But we grew up to be men, and I love my brother. I love him dearly. And I'm really close with him now. And I know, you know, he's got my back, and you know, I'm proud of him. He's gone through a lot. I've gone through a lot, and we survived it. And you know, we got kids now, and we're doing the best we can with them. But you know, we're not perfect. I mean, we try our best, but I'm sure I'm fucking up in some ways that will become apparent to me later on in retrospect. But you know, he's a true and tried hustler. And before I shared any of this with you guys, I called him up and told him, hey man, I'm doing these story time things where I talk about shit, and I wanna share some of the stories about you. And he's like, fucking go for it, you know. So I respect him enough that I checked with him first. And you know, my brother is a very interesting person, and he is a source of endless stories. Some of the exploits we did as kids, woo-wee! Some of the things that he's done, they're just fucking amazing. Just fucking funny. He's a character too. He's fucking. I'll share some stories about him and some near international incidents that he's caused in China and stuff. It's fucking funny. Anyway, that's it for this story time. Hope you guys enjoyed the story. Be good to each other. Until next time.